Welcome back, children, to our geography class. Children, in our previous class, we have learnt about the latitudes and the grid system. Now, we are going to learn about longitudes, and these longitudes determine our times. The imaginary semicircular lines running from North Pole to South Pole are called the longitudes. So, children, as you can see in this picture, the lines that are going from one pole to the another pole are called the meridians or the longitudes. So these longitudes are called the lines of longitude or meridians. Unlike the equator, which is centrally placed between the poles, any meridian can be taken as the 0 degrees line. So previously what it was considered that every line that is drawn from one pole to another can be taken as 0 degrees. But according to some observations by the by the people, it was decided that the British Royal Astronomical Observatory at Greenwich will be considered as the prime meridian or the 0 degrees longitude. From this meridian, we count 180 degrees eastward and 180 degrees westward. Now let's see what is the characteristics of longitudes. How can we say that is a longitude? The first is the distance between any two meridians is measured in degrees. So the distance between any two meridians is measured in degrees, and the degrees further divided into minutes and sub-seconds. There are 360 degrees meridians or longitudes. As you know, it is a circle, so every line will be equivalent to 360 degrees meridian. And how will it become? So when we take the 0 degrees longitude, we take 180 degrees meridians to the eastern side and 180 degrees meridians to the western side. So it accumulates to 360 degrees meridians. The longitudes are semicircles equal in length, but these are not parallel. So as you can see, these are all semicircles which go from the North Pole to the South Pole and end up there. So they don't complete the whole Earth. That is why they are semicircle in length. And these are also not parallel because they all meet at the poles. Then the distance between any two meridians or the longitude is not the same. So as you can see, these meridians don't have the same distance, or they are not parallel to each other because they meet at a point. It decreases steadily towards poles. So it is the maximum at the equator and it gradually decreases at the poles. However, distance between the longitude remains maximum at the equator. As I said, it is at maximum at the equator. The prime meridian divides the earth into two equal halves. So, children, this is the earth and the prime meridian goes in between, and the part to the eastern side is called the eastern zone hemisphere, and the part that goes to the western side is called the western hemisphere. The alphabet E is used to indicate the eastern longitudes and W is used to show the western longitudes. So as I had written, the eastern hemisphere will be demonstrated as with the letter E, and the western longitudes or hemisphere will be demonstrated by W. So 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west longitudes are the same longitudes. So as you can see, when these lines go from east to 180 degrees back, so when they move to the back side, eastern side and the western side, they meet at a single and the same line, which is the same longitude, and this line is 180 degrees longitude. It is not to be termed as east or west because it is the same line. Now let's find out how we will find or calculate the time. So the sun is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Now children, sun is the best way to detect the time. Now let's see. So time is measured on the basis of the relationship between the sun and the movement of the earth. Since the earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So one rotation means how many degrees? It is 360 degrees. And it takes how much time? It takes 24 hours. Right? So how many degrees are completed in 1 hour? So when we divide 360 degrees by 24, we get 15 degrees. So 15 degrees is completed in 1 hour. Right? Now we'll calculate 1 degree is completed in how much time? So we'll convert this hour into minutes. So what we will do, we'll multiply by 60. So when 60 is divided by 15, we get 4 minutes. That means, what is the time? So every 1 degree's longitude has a difference of 4 minutes. So this is how we get the time. Let's move forward. In this way, we conclude that the places east of the Greenwich meridian face the sun earlier. So, what is the conclusion? The places east of Greenwich meridian face the sun earlier since the sun rises in the east. So, east of Greenwich meridian will face the sun first, and this will result in a gain of time. That means they will gain time. Whereas places that lie to the west of the Greenwich meridian see the sun later. So what happens? They will lose time. So there, in that case, we will minus the time, and in the eastern case, we'll add the time. So look at this small table. Local time at New York. New York is to the west of London or the Greenwich, and India is to the right or east of Greenwich. So when we move to the western side, that is to New York, we lose time. That means we minus time from this zone. And then when we move to the eastern side or towards India, then we gain time, and that is 5:30 is added to 12 then. Now let's learn more about it. Now let's see what is a local time. The places situated on the same longitude will have the same time. So children, this is a line that is going, and all the places situated on this line will have the same time, which is called the local time of all the places. So all these places will have the same time and will be known as the local time of all the places. Local time is calculated by the shadow cast by the sun. So local time is calculated by the shadow that is cast by the sun. So what is the shadow at noon? It is the shortest at noon and longest at sunrise and sunset. For example, when the prime meridian has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along this meridian will have midday. So if the prime meridian has a sun cast at the top and has the shortest shadow, then what is the time there? It is 12 noon. So all the places lying on this longitude will have the time 12 noon. But let's see. Now let's see what is Indian Standard Time. We had the World Standard Time. Now we will have the Indian Standard Time. India lies between the longitudes of, so what is the extent of India? It is 68 degrees 7 minutes and 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. So how many longitudinal lines are there? There are 29 longitudinal lines that lie between the east and the west. The longitude of 82.5 degrees east. Now, children, as you can see here, this is the 82.5 degrees east or 82 degrees 30 minutes east, which is just west of Mirzapur. Here we have Mirzapur near Allahabad, and it is taken as the standard meridian. This is known as the standard meridian and the local time that prevails on that longitude is taken as the standard time for the whole country. So to calculate time in India, we take the standard time at the standard meridian. This is called the Indian Standard Time or IST. The Indian Standard Time or IST is 530 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. So whatever time is in Greenwich, we'll add 530 hours more and we'll get the Indian Standard Time. Let's learn about the time zones. So how many time zones are there in this way? There are around 24 standard time zones in the whole world, each of which differ from the next by 15 degrees in longitude or 1 hour in time. So every time zone varies by 1 hour or 15 degrees in longitude. Let's see what is an international date line. The international date line is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole on the surface of the Earth. It passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So from where does it pass? It passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It roughly follows the 180 degrees longitude that deviates slightly to pass around some countries and island groups. So this 180 degrees longitude passes or deviates through many of the island groups or some of the countries. Let's see. Now you can see a picture over here. The picture on the right clearly indicates that the international date line zigzags around the anti-meridian. If we move from the prime meridian towards the east, we shall find that the time is 12 hours ahead of the prime meridian or GMT. On the other hand, we shall find that the time at 180 degrees meridian is 12 hours behind that of the prime meridian or GMT. However, both 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west are in the same meridian. As I told you before, this situation causes a lot of confusion. So since both the meridians, since we have learned that when we go eastwards we gain time and when we go westwards we lose time. So if 180 degrees longitude is the same for east and west side, then it creates a lot of confusion. So how can we sort it out? To clarify this confusion, 180 degrees meridian has been declared as the international date line as per the decision made by the International Meridian Conference in 1884. So children, this is all about the chapter and I hope you had a lot of fun. Now let's see how can we add more to our knowledge. So when you say AM and PM, do you know what it stands for? So AM stands for anti-meridian, that is before noon, and PM stands for post-meridian or afternoon. So children, let's see, there are some more quickies or some more important topics that you need to know. So learn all these terms by heart. It will help you. Now let's see what we have to do in the exercises. So there are some important things that you must know from here. So let's revise in very short. Man has developed a miniature from the earth that is called the globe. Horizontal and vertical lines on the globe are called its latitudes and longitudes respectively, which intersect each other on the globe and form a grid system. Latitude is the angular distance of a point on the earth's surface measured in degrees. Latitudes are parallel to each other. This is another characteristics. So they are also called as the parallels of latitudes. Parallels to the north of equator are called north latitude and to the south of equator are called the south latitudes. Let's see what else. Longitudes are imaginary semicircular lines. So what are longitudes? They are imaginary semicircular lines running from the North Pole to the South Pole, and also called as the meridians of longitudes. Longitudes are not parallel to each other. What else? Prime meridian divides the earth into the eastern and western hemisphere, and the earth rotates from west to east. This is very important to be known. That is why we have the sunrise in the east. Local time of some central meridian of the country is taken as the standard time, and in India, longitude 82.5 degrees east is taken as the standard meridian, which is passing through the west of Mirzapur near Allahabad. Now, the entire world is divided into 24 standard time zones, and the international date line is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole, and it passes through the Pacific Ocean. Now, let's do the exercises. We have the multiple choice questions. Let's see what it is. Globe is defined as the representation of the earth. The earth rotates from, as I said, west to east. That is why we have the sunrise at east. Next, the equator represents the 0 degrees latitude. The central meridian of India is 82.5 degrees east. The international date line is an imaginary line. Well, we have done it correctly. Now, we'll move to the next exercise, the next questions. We'll leave the question answer part because this will be done by you. Find all the answers to it, and then we'll give you all the work. Now read the following statements carefully and mark the tick on the true and cross on the false one. Let's see what it is. A grid is a set of latitudes and longitudes. It is correct. The equator is the most significant latitude. It is also correct. The distance between any two parallels of latitude is always different. It is not correct. Longitudes are also called as meridians. It is true. The Indian Standard Time is 5:30 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. This is also true. Let's move forward with the fill in the blanks. The upper point of a globe is the, what is the upper point of the globe? It is the North Pole. So children, I am marking the answers. You will have to fill in the blanks. So write all the answers in the blank. Latitudes and longitudes intersect each other on the globe to form a grid system. The northern half of the earth is called as the northern hemisphere. Each parallel of the latitude is a circle. The prime meridian divides the earth into two equal halves. So this is done. Now we move to the matching one. A globe correctly represents the shape of the earth. The angular distance is expressed in degrees. The equator divides the globe into two equal parts. The whole world is divided into 24 standard time zones, and the international date line passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So children, I hope you had a lot of fun in this chapter and you have got to learn a lot of things in this chapter. So now I think you will be able to detect time also. So happy learning. Until then, we meet in our new class with a new chapter. Till then, have a nice day and bye-bye.